Okay guys, so we're downstairs. I'm rather impressed with how fast I'm moving through this. I just hope it's enjoyable for you in the end. But yeah, let me just get right through it. This is my other, let me bring the light up this way so you can still see without the shadow. Numerarioides. She is something else. When she was blooming, I will attach a picture. But yeah, I love this plant, okay? No doubt about it. One of my favorite plants. You have to touch and feel these leaves to really get it if you haven't had the experience yet. And down here is my Mathilde. She's so gorgeous. So I think I got the lighting just right here. The lighting is just a moderate light. It's not super bright. It gets a lot of light, like the length of time. Sometimes, I don't know, it's more than 12 hours. But yeah, she seems to like it. She's in a self-watering pot and pond, which feeling kind of light. But yeah, I love these little pots for the... So I restarted her. Okay, so there's a story here. Try to make it quick. Following me, there was an incident where I accidentally watered some of my plants with vinegar. I thought it was water, but it was vinegar. Long story. You know, you can look up that video. I'm still scarred by that experience. I had to restart this, and she has grown nicely, I must say. And she had a strand or a stem, here it is, that I separated because it was starting to get splashy. But as you can see here, I'm losing a splash with this one here. But yeah, see how splashy it was getting? So I must say I have not really put that much effort into bring out more splash. Do you guys know if this gets splashier with more light? Because with this one, it was looking kind of, I didn't like the coloring when I was giving it more light. So I pulled it back from the brighter light. Look at this baby here. I have to pull her out so you can appreciate her. She is so cute and she needs water. What's your name? What's your name? Lima Splash. I love this. It was a teeny little cutting. Look at the splash, guys. And she's just growing. I want to take cuttings to fill out the pot. So I might do the cuttings before I repot this into maybe one of these little pots. And then, you know, I just want to fill it out because I can see this being beautiful, trailing all the way around. Can you see it? Can you picture that? Look at that. Gosh, that's beautiful. All right, let's put you back. Next to her is, ooh, that's a new leaf. This is UT073 of Finlaysonii. Finlaysonii. Okay, I'm okay. I've taken cuttings. That's a new leaf too, I think. And I had chopped it. Yeah, look, I got a new growth now coming right there. Beautiful. But yeah, look at this though. When did you shoot this out? So pretty, I think after I cut it. So it was getting pretty tall and I wanted to share. The cuttings that I took are really growing. And it's still on the shop, I believe. I believe I still have it on the shop. Now, this little baby, Fuwalensis, that just came back to me. Thank you, God. She's got 2 peduncles. I'm afraid to even touch because these peduncles look so flimsy. Let's go on back here. This is, I have it listed as Hoya parasitica splash. That's what it was labeled. I think it is also called now the verticillata. But look at that splash, guys. Look, look, look. Is that not the most gorgeous thing when this leaf came out? And this leaf, but this one has less splash, right? So it's going to be interesting. But all underneath, Beautiful splash. So I may have to chop that to try to encourage the continuation of the splash. But the leaves are so gorgeous when they come in. I don't even want to mess with it. Okay, next shelf. Let's go down. All right. What is your name? Borneo, sigillatus. Sigillatus, round leaf. Look at that. I have shared so much of this plant. On the shop, off the shop. I've cut her quite a few times. And I do love that she's so full. She kind of reminds me of what's that called? I think it's in the same family, actually. I have something similar to it. Here, let me bring it up. Hold on a minute. See, this is what happens. These little stories drag the video out too long. The VL9. Well, what's the other one? 7240. Doesn't it look so similar? Look at that. Can you appreciate this one? Let me come down a little bit in this light. Look at that. Little mini me. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I'm off track here. That's supposed to be coming later. Let's go back here. Bertonier. Variegated. I'm losing a little bit of that variegation, but you can kind of make out the color. And look at those leaves back there. Isn't that pretty? I love that plant. I've sold some gorgeous little, I think one or two. I might have one brewing now in the prop box, a little seedling, but I sold one that I didn't even want to give it up, honestly. That's the hardest part of selling. You know, you fall in love with these plants. Now this one is trying to get your attention. Is a Wilbur Graves, and it is the China. And let's see, when did I repotted this in here, 731, but as you can see, she's starting to get top heavy. So, and this is the newest leaf. So I'd like to see a little bit more splash, but I'm not going to panic because that happened. Well, that was kind of a half moon. But yeah, I don't know. I was hoping to see a little bit more splash. It's had beautiful variegation or splash. I'm sorry. Now over here, this is my Memoria cross with Rosita. Now this one can get a little purplish from the lighting. I just moved it back under these lights. When she was smaller, I saw that she was sun stressing a little bit, very pretty. And if you guys can touch and feel, it's fuzzy, top and bottom. Beautiful plant. Here is a leopard skin lacanosa. I bought this June, and it was, I think, 2 cuttings. Where did I get it from? I can't think right now, but it was 2, maybe 4 leaf cuttings or something. I don't remember, but it's finally starting to take off. So I put it in this little self-watering pot of tree fern and pond, it looks like. Combination. So seems to like it. It's in self-watering. Now come down here and look. Look at the show-stopping, mind-blowing Rosita. Guys, when I had my Rosita originally, oh my God, it was a struggle for me. I think I didn't get the watering down. Once I figured out to put it in self-watering, well, I can't say anything more except for look how beautiful she is, and she likes the light. And look at the color. That's a little mind-blowing to me. I'm like, is it getting too much up there? But look at that red. Gorgeous. I love that plant, Rosita. And I think I have a couple of cuttings. Yeah, I have a couple in the shop, I believe. Now they don't have this coloring yet. They will before I get done with them. And this here is not a Hoya. It's my Dischidia ovata cousin. So you get a mention. I just brought her back to the lighting here because she lost her she had a little purple tint to her leaves. It was very pretty. So I wanted that back. So she's back underneath the lights. And I'm hoping. Now look at Kalina. IR 26, I think. Let me move the tag. Sorry, guys. I sold a gorgeous, gorgeous one. It was in a self-watering pot and had such beautiful variegation. So what I want to do, those are kind of leggy. I want to chop and put it back into the pot. So I'll be doing that soon. Here is my beautiful little Lacanosa inner variegated. Love this plant. She is such a fast grower, guys. She was a lot longer. And I'm running out of battery, so soon I'm going to have to wrap this part up. Yeah, she's a gorgeous plant. I'm not going to go into too much detail. My battery's dying. And here's my Wilbur Graves Russia. I just lost a leaf off of this stem, but it's okay. I see. It's still at it. It's still growing. And next to that one is my Rotunda Flora. I did take some cuttings and sold it, and it went out to Puerto Rico. It was the cutest little plant, and hopefully, I hope it's grown well for the customer. I'm not going to stop right there. I have to include this one. This is my Obovata inner variegated. She has grown quite a bit, and look at that new leaf. It's coming. This stem is I need to repot her, but I don't want to do it anytime soon. You know, I struggled with this one for a while, and then I left her alone. I put her outside, I think, in the summer. I think. Did I put you outside? I feel like I did. And she seems to like that. So she's looking good. I would like to see a little bit more of that variegation. We'll see what the next leaf has, you know. It's a beautiful plant. It's wonky at best, but let it do what it wants to do. Now up here, let's go up. Here we go. We'll put the spotlight on her. This is Louisa Silver. Lacanosa Louisa Silver. Very beautiful. I tell you, I have shared quite a bit of this one, but I want to get her nice and full. I made up my mind I'm not cutting her anymore. I want to have a nice big full pot of this. And speaking of sharing, here is the Lacanosa Mint. What's left of her, shared quite a bit with my friends out there. Love this plant. Last one, and then I have to go charge my battery, is my baby. Love this plant. Choke. Or what did you say it was, Rod? Choke or something like that? I'll let Rod get the pronunciation. Yeah, this plant is gorgeous. And lately, she's starting to give me a little splash. Now, what do they say about this and Mathilde? That they came from the same seed pod or something, whatever that means. I love it. I love the dark leaves, and look at the venation. I never even realized that you would see that kind of detail in these leaves. Gorgeous. And I think the lighting is just right here, that really dark leaf there. You know, beautiful plant. fast growing too. And on that note, I'm going to stop. Let me go charge my battery, and then we'll resume the tour. Okay, so the first section, we have this beautiful specimen. What do you call sweetheart? Bella. The outer variegated. I'll put the exact name on the screen. And then next to that one is my endoensis. And this one was put in tree fern fiber pond and charcoal on October 7th of 24. It was potted up from the original plant. From the original shot cup. She has been growing so beautifully. She was in her cute little shot cup, and I said, oh no, she needs to be in self-watering. And finally, I think I got the lighting and the watering down so that she's not yellowed. She had yellow edges and stuff from too much light before. Behind her is CVL, cultivar L. And L had recently been blooming. Where's your peduncle? I think she still has the peduncle. It's right there. Beautiful little bloom. I've taken quite a few cuttings from this one. CVL. And then here is one I shared with you the other day. Affinity Serpens Wenchiensis. This was a tiny little plant when I got it. And I repotted it into this self-watering pot on October 7th. Tree fern fiber, pond, and charcoal was the ingredients. And there's some non-Hoya plants there. And then here is a latifolia polystacia. And she is climbing up the wall. Yeah, this is the newest leaf, huge. I would like to get that on the sun stress, I think. I've seen this. Sorry guys, trying to sit it. Pollen is underneath the pot. I didn't want it to tip over on me. But yeah, would like to see if I can sun stress this baby. Down here, this little cutie pie is Punsak. Isn't that adorable? Now, I'm not sure if this was one of the cuttings that Planted in Rhode Island shared with me. I'd have to check, and I will put that on the screen if that's the case. Hoya Punsak, the cutest little thing. Look at those little abs, and oh, beautiful. Move on. And here is Lacanosa Royal Flush. Started out with a cutting from Jackie, and look, what perfect timing. Beautiful little bloom. Smells delightful. And there's another peduncle here. Jackie told me that. She said that she was surprised that I didn't have blooms before this. Oh, and look at this. So I see what you mean now, Jackie. Once she started, that was it. She's popping them out. She's very beautiful. And I pulled her back from light a little bit because I think she was getting a little washed out. Yeah, one of my favorite Lacanosas. Okay, so let me move this light up and out of the way. I'm going to go down here. This here is not a gray ghost. Okay, good. It has a tag. It's my, damn it. What is it? It's the Hoya shop. No. Albo marginata. Oh, is what I'm seeing. It's the Australis. Yeah, Albo. Now, this one, as you could see, that little growth point there seems to have dried off. I'm not sure why. But I expected more from this thing. She doesn't grow as fast as the green one, I tell you that for sure. So we'll see. I'm still hanging in with her and just waiting to see what she's going to do for me. Here, look at that. Oh my goodness, getting a little too tall. I just brought this one upstairs. This is my silver dollar, repotted in July into pond with some systemic in there. And it shot out this here. And then finally, this, I think. And these are the newest leaves. I think. I don't know, guys. Too many plants to keep track of. But yeah, look how it's starting to stress a little. Can you see? And excuse my fingers. I was doing a repotting video. And I just wanted to get in here and shoot this while we had the light. Okay, so these plants here, most of them are from a live purchase on Palm Street from Cactus and Exotics, not this one. This is one of my original beautiful cuttings, and it's such a beautiful, I've chopped this thing so many times. I love the half moon there. It's really cool. But yeah, let's keep moving. Kalina, no ID. Would you look at these new leaves, guys? Are you serious? Isn't that beautiful? I'm sorry, I'm trying to move it. So gorgeous. Shut that stem out. This is Kalina, no ID. And this is the Vietnam. I chopped it up, guys. The one I got from Rare Herbs Garden, New Jersey. I just literally on the 8th put this in here. It's in Tree Fern and Pond. And that's species Vietnam AH001. Yeah, I went looking for this. I saw it on Natasha's channel. I put the name of the channel up there. There we have the Thompsonii, guys. What took me so long to get this plant? I don't know. I love it. Love this plant. I love the texture. Oh, it's just so beautiful. And back there is, this one came from Unsolicited Plant Talks. It was alive, and I managed to get a bid in on this Lee No ID. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's what I'm calling it. And this here is Chicken Massacre. Got that from Cactus and Exotics. So yeah, we're trying to figure out what it wants to do for me. All right, let me push this in and close this cabinet so that I can move down. All right, next shelf. I have 2 of these babies. I finally cut one for special subscriber, Hoya friend, customer. Yeah, so this is the Hoya Idaho. Now put the number on the screen, the session number. It's a Mike Bernardo plant. Very beautiful. Would you look at that? I can't get enough of it. Gorgeous. Love the margins, the dark margins. So pretty. The new leaves, oh, to die for. And it's going up. I think it needs something. I have to stake it. Here is Hoya Had Some Pain. Species Had Some Pain. And I got that from Gabriella's Plants. And look, she is like going way out here, so we got to figure out what to do. This is my Caudata Sumatra, teeny tiny, and this is the other part of the Vietnam. So it was a long stem, as you can see here. I chopped that part, so I have 2 plants in there now, and the one original. Love this. Love it. Can't wait to see what that's going to look like down the line. And then here, okay, I bought this as Hoya icensis. It's Patchouli or something like that. Isn't she gorgeous? She's getting the dark margins. And yeah, I think she's going to need to be staked or something on a trellis. Behind her is the Comengiana. It's a mixed pot. If you look closely, the original Comengiana, which is sun stressing, and then I have the variegated one, which I think is getting so long. I'm going to chop and put it back in the pot and just see what this does. I didn't know what to do with the Comengiana, so anyway. And here is my Crassipedialata round leaf. Isn't that your name? Let's see. Yep. Crassipedialata splash round leaf. Yeah, that's the name. Okay, let's put you back here. Beautiful, beautiful leaves. That's the newest one. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with her. Yeah, so that's that shelf. Let's move down and look back there. My ganungading is what I like to call it. Organic. I don't know what you guys keep calling it. But anyway, however you pronounce that, look at the beautiful, beautiful leaves. Let's zoom in. Look at that one. Oh, can't get enough of it. And yeah, there's a nice long stem here. It's reaching for the moon. So I think I need to do something with that. This one up here is my Hoya Nuna. Look at that sun stressing she's got going on. She's just the cutest. She's going to deserve an up pot real soon. And then down here is the Amarillo. Thank you, Rod, for that beautiful cutting you sent me. It's now a full-blown plant that's been shared. Oh, so beautiful. Here is a story for this one here recently. This was one plant. This is the New Moon Pachaclata or Subquintupla nervus. These are the original leaves. You can see where I cut it. See right there, the cut. And I decided to take a little insurance and start this here, which, hold on 1 minute. I think I see I need to water it. So hold on 1 sec. Okay, guys, so sorry about that, but this is a restarted plant. So it was like one long stem, but I had noticed that the lower leaves, the original leaves, were wrinkling. And as you can see, they still look wrinkled. So I had reached out to somebody in one of the Hoya posts on Facebook. And she suggested that I get in there and check the roots. She had this big, beautiful specimen. And I said, I know I probably need to check, but the new leaves, these are the top cuts, were beautiful. So I was hesitant, like, should I get in there and mess with it? But I'm glad I did because, yeah, it was not a good situation. So I would have lost the plant if I didn't do that. So I'm thankful that I did. And yeah, they're in tree fern and pond combo. This one is a cup inside, or it's the little clear pot inside the cup with a reservoir so it doesn't dry out. I thought that this one was a little dry, so you can't let that tree fern dry out, guys. Here is the Amarillo. I showed you that. This is my Meredithii round leaf. So it came with these two leaves, right? And then this is the most recent leaf. What's going on here? So anyway, it'll be interesting to see what pops up next. If it doesn't look like this, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. We'll see. It has nice splash though. So maybe it's just because it's a fairly new leaf. This looks different. It's not ugly. It's beautiful. And then back here is, which one is this? The giant leaf Lacanose, I believe. Yes, I got that from Planted in Rhode Island. Thank you again, Rod. Appreciate that. They're doing beautifully. Very nice. Very nice. I don't think I've taken cuttings from this one yet. Maybe I did. I'll have to look. Yeah, this is my Hoya carnosa snowball. She is just popping out the leaves. I love the round shape. And as you could see, pretty much like the queen and the princess can pop out. Well, the queen mainly, right? Outer variegation is that the queen. But the leaves are rounder. I love this. It's very cute. Anyway, okay. Now let's come down here. Let's go back there first. Hoya ficii. I think this is an underrated plant. I want to get a nice full plant here. I need to work that stem. Look at it. It's going up. I need to work it back onto the trellis. Such a beautiful plant. I've taken cuttings. I think I have another one downstairs. Split the plant up originally, taken cuttings, sold one. And yeah, very pretty. And here is my Hoyerii intervariegated. Isn't that beautiful? It's finally growing for me. Could be kind of slow at first, and it was. And here is one of my beauties, more recent pubic calyx, pink silver ghost. Just shot out this cluster here. I've chopped from it already and shared it on my plant shop on Palm Street. Yeah, such a beautiful plant. It just started growing and I just know it needs this trellis. So hopefully it'll wrap around this trellis if I give it a chance. I'm not going to cut for a while now. Give it a chance to grow. Next to it is my Para. Love this plant. Look at the variegation on her. And she shot out this stem and these cluster of beautiful leaves. Look at this one. Aw, she's another pretty, pretty plant. Beautiful. If you could just feel the leaf. It's kind of velvety, smoother. I don't know how to describe it. You just have to experience the plant for yourself. Look at that one. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get some more of that variegation. Next to it is my silver mint coin. Gorgeous plant, love it. It's a strange plant though, because sometimes the leaves start looking different. So I don't even know why that is, but I love it. Yep, very cute. Yep, and here is one of my older plants, my Chelsea. And you can see Chelsea still has some leaves that you can tell she's been through some struggles. She's in soil. And I tend to forget about her, so she goes too long between waterings, and I'm sure there's some root rot. I need to get into this pot, and maybe I will soon. I want to take more cuttings. I've taken some to create plants for the shop. I think I have 2 pots that are in self-watering, 2 seedlings that are in self-watering, and yeah, this is a nice plant to have. Look at the little impressions there, or I don't know what you call them, little pockets. I love it. But this is what it should look like. You see this whole side. Nice dark color. Beautiful firm leaves, and the stem is beautiful. So you see on that side, that's my struggle side. So yeah, I need to get into the pot and see what we can do about that one. And then here, one of my oldest plants, not really, I think my Crimson Princess and Queens were the oldest. Yeah, it's really filled out. It was just a small cutting when I got it, but that was early on. And look at that. I've taken cuttings and created a plant for the shop. It's beautiful. It's heavy. Crinkle 8, guys. If you're looking for a crinkle 8, I've got one for you. Just go on to the channel. All right, so we are done with this section. Let's see who else we got to show you. Okay, so let's go to the window swing display. These guys up here are not really for, you can look at them if you want. They're just two beautiful Rositas, I believe. Yeah, Rosita props for the shop. This is not a Hoya, but some like to refer to it as a cousin of, oh, look how cute. I'm going to try to zoom in. Can you make this out? My hand there, maybe. Isn't that cute? These little flowers. I never noticed this before, but on the propagation I took, I saw that there were a bunch of these little blooms, I guess. I didn't even know that it would bloom like that. Isn't that cute? So yeah, she's getting very long. I know she's not a Hoya, so I'm going to move on. Okay. Here is one of my pneumolarioides. Yes. Let me bring her down out of the sun. Okay, there we go. I don't know what that is on that leaf, but yeah. I don't know if I spilled something on it or when I was spraying it. Not sure what happened there. Now this one has bloomed. One bloom. I think that's a peduncle there. I can't even see. Sorry. Sorry for the lighting, guys. But I'm trying to do this before I lose the lighting. Anyway, this is one of my plants. The other one I shared with you guys before, and maybe I'll pop a little picture up there, was the one that bloomed like crazy for a period of time. She finally stopped blooming, but I have never seen so many peduncles on one Hoya ever in my collection. Here is the Silver Lady, Xiaozhe, something like that. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. This decided to finally start growing for me, and boy, did she. I lost a leaf the other day, though, because I've been messing up with my watering. I need to put her in a better situation, but I'm afraid to do that right now since she finally started to grow for me. I don't know what was holding her up, but she's finally doing it. I had a peduncle, huge peduncle that came on it, but that fell off. And maybe that's why she started growing leaves. So I don't know. Maybe it needed to get rid of the peduncle. Anyway, I have no idea. Hushkiliana green. I don't know which flower this will be, if it ever flowers for me. But I love this. I've shared. What is that? What is that? Well, don't get excited. I'm not going to get excited yet. But anyway, I've shared a lot of this. I had 4 seedlings that I put together recently into one pot. It's on a shop for sale if anyone's interested. Here is my Lori Lynn Wayeti. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. You saw the other one, right? Is she not the most beautiful? I can't get over that one. It's been a while. I've been looking for this. I had a tiny little leaf, a 1-leaf cutting that I got from Rare Herbs Garden, New Jersey. But then I finally found this full plant because they're slow growing. And that one actually did start growing. And then I put it on a shop for another lucky person. I think I put it on a shop, or it may have been a free plant. I don't remember for sure. This is my Memoria, formerly known as Chrysalis. She's a beast, okay? She's always growing, and she's got this little peduncle here. Hasn't bloomed yet, but I left that. It's going up. Unsure where she's going. And yeah, this recently just started shooting out these things, and I would trellis it, but this plant grows like crazy, so I don't know that I will. I don't know. And down here we have Pachaclata, my original Pachaclata. She's grown beautifully. Yep. Last year, I don't know if you remember, but when I was showing you this plant and comparing her to another one in my collection, later on I realized when I was editing the video that she had mealybugs. She's doing okay since. Not the end of the world. All right, guys. So over here, I have a few. This is my Macrophylla albomarginata. And actually, this was one of my original plant. So I found it was growing so slowly for me. I think I had it in too much substrate. So it took a while to start taking off. But then I put it together with another plant that I got. And just to have a nice, this is dried up, a nice big pot. And I'll tell you what, it's been happy. So yeah, it's grown like crazy. Taken several cuttings. I have a plant now that I think I can put on the shop. It's growing fast though. Okay, look at that beautiful color on that stem. Do you see this? Uh-oh. Okay, hold on a minute, guys. Sorry for the cuss words. I'll block it out. Look at that, my queen. Isn't she beautiful? Look at that leaf. My gosh, I'll never get tired of any carnosos, okay? But my original babies, this is one of them. And she does not let me down. This one hasn't bloomed though. She has not bloomed yet. Maybe I should chop the white leaves. Maybe it might put a little energy into blooming. I don't know. But yeah, she's beautiful. I think I just sold one of her propagations recently. Beautiful plant. Gorgeous variegation on this. I need to take some cuttings for myself. I just want to have backup. You never know. And then over here is my other Pachaclata, which when I moved it away from the window, it started giving me gigantic leaves. And I have propagations from this one and the other one that are actually on the shop for sale now. Sorry for the shameless plugs, guys. Trying to make that money for Christmas. Guys, you have to forgive me. I was going to clean, but then I thought, if I start cleaning, this is going to take a year and a day to get done. And I am determined to get this video edited and out to you. Look at my coronaria. Isn't she something? She is just a beast. If you could feel these leaves, I'm sorry that there are watermarks. Can't really appreciate how pretty. Oh, such a beautiful plant. This one you can kind of see the venation because of the way the light is hitting it. It's a nice fuzzy plant, very much a wanderer. I keep pulling her back. And look at this. I don't know if that was possibly a peduncle. I don't know. I don't think so. But it dried up. I forgot to water it. And here next to it, look at this. Let's just start from the floor. This is going to get chopped. Do you guys remember last year when I shared my critici? And I told you guys in that video, if you haven't watched it, I'll attach it at the end. But yeah, I told you in that video, it was a short little plant, maybe up to there. And I said, put them in self-watering. I don't even want to move it because it is so heavy right now. I'm afraid it's going to topple off the side of this thing. This here is one of my faves. So I'm going to chop and I'm going to create more critici for the shop. Here is the other one. I'm sorry for the, let me turn the lights off. There you go. This is the other one. So it is so thirsty. It's in soil. I never did put this in. The props were in pond and took to it very well. I sold those, but you can just follow this all the way down to the floor. So I really need to chop and prop. And anybody want Curtisia, let me know. I'm telling you, look at the variegation on that. Isn't that beautiful? It's a very underrated plant. If you can get it right under the lights, that splash kind of turns, it turns like a different color. I can't describe it. Maybe a burgundy. All right, guys, here front and center is my Hoya obscura. Now, this one originally was stunted for a long time. And you can see the original leaves have that pitted, ugly look. Yeah, I had chopped and sprayed and did some stuff. So I finally did something right, apparently, because started growing. And the newer leaves are much more beautiful than the original leaves. What you think? So she's come a long way. Now here is my Acuta, I think intervariegated, but also I think it's been called verticillata intervariegated. Now you see, I kind of like the original creamy color, but if you give it bright light, it gets more yellow. But this one is another challenge plant for me. So that's one I will be checking the pot. I don't know if you saw my recent video of dealing with problem children. I realized this was one that I wanted to check. But Hoya can be funny sometimes, take their sweet time and then they start growing out of the blue. So it did do that for me for a bit and then it stopped again. So I just want to check it. Maybe the lighting. It probably doesn't like the lighting here. I don't know. Try some different lighting maybe. We'll see. Anyway, in this one, I had to look at the name because I kind of forgot about her. So I probably set her up for the slow growth. It's finally starting to grow. But look at all this substrate I have her in. This is my Rubida. Yeah, she's finally growing though. So another one that I kind of gave up on, but I'm getting something. So I'm happy to see that. And then up here is a Hushkiliana. The one upstairs is in the original substrate, right? Some kind of soil or chunky mix. This one was a little cutting I got, and I wrapped the stem around, pinned it into the pot so that the aerial roots would take to the pond. And let me tell you, this one grows beautifully. She is just so full. The one upstairs is a little slow growing. It's in the window. So maybe I'll get bold. Either chop her and take her and restart the cuttings in pond. Maybe I'll do that. Or just repot it and take a chance. This is so beautiful. I love this one. Yeah, it gets the new leaves usually have a little pinkish color if you give it the right light. And it hasn't bloomed yet. It's the only thing I'm waiting on. And this one is a prop from this plant. I'm going to put the name on the screen. It's something like Ankahonoe or something like that. Now this one I got from a live sale of a nursery out in California. They do, what do you call them? Imports. So when I got it, it took a long while and just recently started. I repotted it too. So I think it was just trying to acclimate to the new. It had been going through changes with the import, and then I had to give it time. And it's doing okay. It's finally starting to shoot out some stems and new leaves are coming. So I'm happy to finally see that. And this is just one of the plant babies who's also, I'm sorry, let me move. She's also got some new growth right there and right there. So this one eventually will go up for sale. I just wanted to make sure it was good and healthy before giving it to you. Now this one, guys, I've had for a little while. My linearis. I'm trying with this plant. Now it's in, let me move the lighting a little bit here so I can get around. Okay, you're gonna have a little shadow, sorry. It's in the soil still. Actually, I think I did repot it to my soil mix. I don't know what it was in originally. I feel like I did do something recently. And, you know, it's doing okay. It usually sits in a window where it gets natural light. And I just moved it here because it got super cold. But guys, I want to get bold and just propagate some of these little stems, put it back in a pot. I see my friend out in the UK, Vanessa Lee, she has a beautiful one and she's propagating and filling it back in the pot. I mean, hers is so nice and healthy and thick. That's what my goal is. But yeah, this is my first time sharing it with you guys. I didn't share it with you initially because I didn't think I would do well with it. So yeah, and the Fitchii, the other Fitchii I have, I tell you, I think this is such an underrated plant. It's beautiful. You should have seen the one I sold. It was so adorable. Yeah, and then next to it is the Cressy Petiolata that got chopped back several times. Had her for years and finally decided to divvy her up. Here is my Croniana, another Croniana splash. I believe that's just a splash. You can see part of it is silvery. This is from 2022 Croniana. See, part of it is silvery and then more splashy. I finally decided to put it here. And yes, she has bloomed for me before. Not a lot, but definitely bloomed. Nice scented blooms. Beautiful. And here is my AH074 silver. Yeah, she got chopped. And I don't think, I'm going to turn this light on. It hums, but just so you could see it better. Sorry for the humming. I don't think she liked being chopped because she halted after that, where she was shooting out 2 stems at a time. And I think I only took 2 cuttings. Yeah, and one sold. The other one I think is still sitting in, and I might end up taking it off the shop and just putting it back in there. So I have more than one plant in here. Which, yeah, beautiful. My fungi, I think this is the last plant I have to share with you, and it is one of my faves. I got this back a while back from Plant Life Lex, and I had her in the chunky mix for a long time, and then she was one of the ones that was accidentally watered with vinegar. But let me tell you, this baby is a comeback queen. She really is, because she didn't really skip a beat. I transitioned her into pond like quickly. Just decided, okay, you're going in a pond, and I did it. And yeah, I've sold cuttings of this beauty, and yeah, it's just a beautiful plant. And I love the different shades of green. Like one side will be like lighter and the other one is darker, and I have no idea why, but I don't care. It's beautiful. Such a beautiful plant. And as you can see, shooting out that stem. And guys, I think on that note, we are done with the Hoya collection tour of 2024. So you guys have been so generous with watching the previous ones. I actually watched the last one and couldn't believe some of the changes in the plants in 1 year. I've chopped and propped a lot, so some may look like they didn't go far, but they did. It's just I was chopping them back. And I think I showed you everything. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Please, guys, check out the other videos as well. And you can see the progress. There might be some that are missing. I may have lost a few here and there. Yeah, but in general, it's been great. Love my Hoyas, and I hope you do too. And see you in the next video. Bye. Guys, traditionally I'd forget a plant or two. In this case, I think it's just the one. And it's one of my favorites. Banviengiensis. 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 Anyway, this plant is beautiful. Shiny, glossy top, underneath pubescent, like little fuzzy undersides. Beautiful, beautiful leaves. If you like glossy green leaves, beautiful plant. And it came, I think it was just a 2-leaf cutting when I got it in 2020, the end of 2023, I think, from Rare Herbs Garden, New Jersey. So I've taken a cutting or two, and they're growing in a prop box for sale soon. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Beautiful leaves. And on that note, I think we are officially done for the 2024 Hoya tour. Thank you for hanging on. Appreciate you. Take care.